All right. I thought I hit the right button. Sorry about that. Hopefully, who's out there right now? Who's waiting on me? I was sitting there talking to myself for a few minutes. I was like, didn't even realize I didn't hit the right button. Give everybody a few minutes to start walking on in. I don't know, about 3 minutes late. Hey, Shaggy. Hey, Tom. All right. I didn't hit the right button. I was sitting here talking to myself. Like, okay. Um, I got the link up there. Shaggy, you know what to do. This one's for you, Shaggy. All right, who wants to join in? Come on. Okay, no problem. That's why I figured I set it up for 7:30. Give everybody a chance to. Oh, okay. Go live and give me a chance to get everything set up in here. I got me a new camera mount. Found me a piece of aluminum that was already bent. Actually, this is a license plate holder for a motorcycle, and had the perfect size holes for the camera mount. All I did was find me a 1/4 inch screw. Boom. There he is. What's up, Shaggy?
Not much. I'm actually getting ready to start up the PC to
How are you?
switch over. I take it the package arrived safely.
How did you guess? Surprise, surprise. I told you I was going to be able to do a shout out for you.
Yeah. Anyway, I was watching the Dropkick Murphys live concert they were doing on
Okay.
their YouTube channel.
Okay. I've never
Having
heard
a
of them.
good time. They're an Irish, I want to say metal or heavy metal, more of a
Okay.
rock band,
Okay.
but they're out of Ireland.
There's a lot of groups that are out of Ireland I do kind of like. Um, I do know there. I don't know if you ever heard of them. There's a group. Um, um, they're out of the Netherlands. Called Nightwish.
Yes, I love Nightwish.
I love Nightwish. I am still kicking myself in the butt because they actually played the Bomb Factory up in Dallas about 3 years ago. I didn't go, and they have not been around since. And I would
I
love
did
to see
not
them in
know that.
concert.
I wish I had known because I was living in Plano, so not too far from Dallas. So I could have made it had I known.
Yeah, like I said, I knew about it, but then it's like I think that time they only had standing room only going for it, and it's like I would have paid just to stood up for seeing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I like Nightwish. Like I said, there's a few other the European. I mean, I like it because they are a rock opera style.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of
Orchestra.
right. They combine like a heavy metal rock with opera, and they put on a good show. I love their videos.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen any of their videos. I know I've listened to a lot of their music in years past, but
Right.
they're pretty good.
Yep.
See.
Looks like just Tom, yourself, and myself on here right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
know.
spent all day looking for stuff. I got one hell of a deal on eBay. I was looking for parts, or not parts, tools, so that when
Okay.
I do get the parts for my truck, I could get those installed a whole lot easier than it was taking them out. And
Okay.
I found a 5-piece flex or swivel socket plug set gear wrench. Normally they go for like 90, $100. I got it for like 45, brand new.
Damn. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
And what kind of truck is it?
It's a Chevy S10.
Okay. What's wrong with it? If you don't mind me asking.
It, bad spark plugs. The spark plug cables were corroded as it, they looked like the spark plugs and the spark plug cables both looked like they had come out of Mater from Cars. They were just that old, that deteriorated, and the brake booster, I think, is bad.
Somebody coming out of this
The
guy?
ghost. Yeah.
I got a little Mater with me. Yeah, like I said, I was out shopping for some jeans one time. I got a little outlet mall that's a little bit south of me, and I go pick up my jeans usually there for like $7, $8, and it's
Yeah.
just irregular, which means that some of the stitching might not be perfect, and it's like I don't care. I'm using them for at work. They're gonna get messed up. I'm not gonna spend. I'm not gonna buy a pair of Wranglers and spend 25, $30 for a nice pair of jeans when I'm just wearing them to work and they're going to get all messed up.
Yeah. To answer Tom's question, yes, I got the shed finished, mostly finished. The instructions were confusing and so backwards. Like the way it had me build the shed was just so idiotic. But for the most part, the shed is done. I just have to go through and re-anchor it to the cement pad because the old shed, someone had drilled holes into it and bolted it to the concrete. So when the old shed came up, we just put the new shed over where the old shed was, and the frame of the base sits over those bolts, except the new one is slightly smaller. So there were a few exposed bolts that we had to cut off, and now we still have to go through, drill out the new holes, and re-anchor it.
Was it a metal shed you were building?
Yeah, it's one of those Aero sheds, Aero brand sheds.
I'm building mine out of all the scrap wood I get from work.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all free lumber. The only drawback to it is the longest piece is like 48 inches. So what I'm having to do is I'm using Gorilla Glue to glue the boards and everything together for making my longer pieces and everything. And I'm using those screws and I got that full box of the drywall screws are 1.25 inches. So once I glue and clamp, I'm putting the screws in there to give it more stability. It's working so far. I just got, you know, I literally ran out of the wood that I had already here for the walls and rafters, and so I had to start bringing home more wood so I can get started on getting the rafters themselves done. Like so I got the ceiling joists done. Now I've just got the rafters to do, and then uh, get them all glued together and put up, and then I can start uh, putting. I'll bring more of the wood home and use that for siding on it.
Yeah.
Hey Tom, I mean, there's places out there you can get the free lumber at. There's plenty of them out there. Just got to know where to go look at, bud.
Or go cut the trees down yourself. But yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, I wanted to just build one out of lumber.
Right.
Use the traditional methods, just build a shed out of lumber, but grandma didn't want to deal with that. She's like, we'll just get a pre-manufactured one and assemble it ourselves. It's like, okay.
Yeah. You know, like for me,
The
it's
way
like,
they had the instructions laid out, and because of the quality of the steel they used, it ended up taking a week due to there being wind. I didn't have 6 people to help me, etc.
right. I know I've got years ago when I was living out in the country, I built a framework and everything for a storage shed, and it was one of those, you know, the kind you put together yourself, and
Yeah.
it was I'd ordered it from Fingerhut, but I mean I don't remember the manufacturer of it, but I had what was it? I had all 4 walls put up, didn't quite have a third of the roof put on it, and that was all I was able to get done that one day. So okay, fine, you know, I'll finish the rest of it all out tomorrow. Wrong. We had a uh, windstorm come through, and where the front wall originally was, it was now where the back wall wound up being. So I mean, it just totally. So I mean, that thing was all nothing but twisted and bent and everything. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh crap, there's about $500 down the drain.
That's what happened to our shed during assembly, because the way they wanted it done is put this base together first, and then you put up the corners. And in doing so, we had just a light gust knocked the 2 rear corners over after they were already bolted into place, and so it warped and bent, and the sheet metal was nice when I bolted it together and put it in place, but once it fell over and I put it back up, it looked like crumbled paper.
Yep.
It just, and then after that, couldn't get any of the holes to line up once I got everything else done, all the walls up. So half the shed is the original hardware, and in a lot of places where I couldn't get the holes to line up, I just used some leftover self-tapping screws from a previous roofing job I did.
Right. What's up, Mike?
Because, hey, Mike.
Yeah, we got Mike Hodge in the house. I'm surprised Crystal ain't showed up. Usually she shows up for it.
Who?
Crystal and Sky. She's up out of
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. Answer your question, Tom. We get if you know the screws that hold your light switch and outlet covers on, we actually paint those for the manufacturer that make those covers and the light switches and all that stuff. We get those pallets in. They come in and there's like 60 boxes per pallet, and so what they do is they take. Let me grab some of the wood here. What they do is they take the this wood that I bring home, and okay, this is the. Let me get it where the camera can see it. This one here is a 40 inch, so this is your width, and here's your 48, which is your length. And as you can tell, it's still got nails and everything in it. But they actually will take, I mean, these are nailed, you know, you've got a framework. You know, I'm just doing it like this right now, but they're nailed here. You've got another long one on this side, another one here, then you got a short one here and here. And then let me grab some of the other. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but visually, to me, visually, it's easier to see the stuff. But what they do then is they take, there's 4 of these, they put on each corner, and then another single piece right in the middle all the way around. They'll take that framework, you know, like we were just showing you, they'll stack it up on top of this and then strap it down. That way, then they can stack another pallet on top. Oh, getting thirsty, huh, Shaggy? But so Tom, does that answer your question as far as on that? I mean, it's all yellow pine. They're like 5/8 of an inch thick, and I think 2. Let me grab one. I can tell you. I'll put the tape measure on there. It's like 2 3/4 in width, and they're coming up to about 5/8 in thickness. So, I mean, they're not perfect, but they're working for what I need. My little table I've got here, like I got the laptop on. I made that all out of the same wood. I had to put a flooring in up in my attic. That way I get from the back half of the house to the front where I ran power out here for the garage. So, yeah. And okay, if you're looking for wood, one of the things I've learned is find a glass shop. That find some glass shops around. Most of the time, they do get crates of wood in, or the crates, but their glass when they come in, they're in wood crates. They have no use for those. The glass shop I used to work at, we got sheets of glass in. They were 84 inches by 120. That was the size of the glass itself. So these were like 2x6s. So I mean, they had no use for them. They were just throwing them away. So if you need wood, see if you can find some of your local glass shops and check with them. I mean, might not be the greatest wood, but hey, they'll probably say, take all you want, just get rid of it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of places around here. Tile, well, maybe not flooring shops, but places that deal specifically with ceramic tiles and carpet, they'll have a lot of wood. They get a lot of pallets they don't use. I know when we went pallet hunting, we found a place. It's kind of a flooring place, but they were specialized in tile specifically.
Right.
But they told us, yeah, take all the wood you want.
Yeah. I mean, it might not be perfect wood, but, if you can, use it and, make it work. I mean, it might not be the right lengths. I mean, fine. get a saw, cut it down. If it's too wide, make it narrower. I mean, if you've got a way of ripping it down, I'd do that. I had to do that on my the door over here for the garage. It's like I had it just right width, and one of these boards was just probably half an inch too wide. I just took out my circular saw, ripped it right on down, made it the right width.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to do that to my door. And now that you mention it, let me see if I got a flashlight somewhere so that I can show you. Perfect. Because I actually had to go through, repair the door, because somebody actually kicked in our garage door, the door to our garage. Not the garage door, but the other. And so I had to go through that with some pallet wood and pretty much carve out a new door frame for the latch plates to secure to.
Right.
So that we can keep the door closed and locked.
Right. Tom, the only thing I know what you're talking about it on those type of nails. Just have to have a good, strong claw hammer. That's the only thing I could say. I like Stephen, what he was saying, Shaggy. He's saying,
yeah, right here.
Yeah. Talking about on the door jamb there?
Where the dark wood is the original door frame. Yeah, the dark wood is the original door jamb.
Right.
And the light wood is where I had to cut it out because when they kicked it, it split it all the way up here as well as down a little bit. So I had to cut out the entire section, use some pallet wood and make a new door jamb.
Right.
Which I ended up having to use 2 layers and glue them together. Or no, I think I used brad nails, but that's good and strong. It's not the best wood, but that's what I was able to do with some of the pallet wood we have laying around.
Right. Hey, don't knock it. To me, if it works, it works. So don't knock it. I mean, it's just like on my door that I made here for my garage. It might not look, perfect, but it's doing the job for what I need it to do. That's all there is to it. But Stephen, I like what he was saying. He says, like where hardware stores get lawnmowers, you can go there, or even Tractor Supply. But I will say that sometimes a lot of that wood, I know we get pallets in that it's got that dark, either dark brown or kind of a dark reddish color on the wood, and it's real thick. The only problem is that's not really the greatest wood that you really want to work with because it's real. It breaks so easy, or it's a hardwood that you literally have to drill a hole in it first before you can even drive a nail through it.
Damn. Ace Hardware. If you're looking for pallet wood specifically, Ace Hardware. They stack their pallets up outside, and they don't really care if anybody takes them. You might have to ask first.
Right.
Just for legal reasons, it's always best to ask. But yeah, Ace Hardware gets tons of pallets in that they don't reuse, like Target does.
Right. I mean, like I said, for us, we get those pallets in. I mean, matter of fact, I think we got a shipment in of about 45 of them in, I think, yesterday. And I think that's about our normal, I think, either a month or every 2 months. So, I mean, right now I've got a stack about this tall of those tops sitting outside. I need to um, I get them taken apart, but I can't take it all apart because we do use them at work for when we got pallets that we're going to be needing to ship back stuff out on that have gotten broke. So I use that wood to repair the wood also, our pallets. So I mean, it's yellow pine, so it's a soft wood, and it works perfect.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't complain about it. I mean, I can, but I don't think it's going to do much good. I mean,
exactly. Complaining never got anybody anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, free wood is something I can definitely afford.
Yeah.
And as my dad used to tell me, never look a gift horse in the mouth. Well, I guess we're not going to get, any more people on here. Looks like there's only, I guess, just Steven and Tom on here besides you and I.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not gonna show any of the information on the front because I don't think Shaggy wants me showing where he lives.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I'm not gonna show where I live, even though he knows it. But yeah, looks like you packaged it up pretty good.
No, I just threw it in there. I didn't really have any bubble wrap or anything.
Well, the box ain't opened up, which is pretty good. Hey, at least you didn't go through the UPS. Man, you would not believe all the stuff that we have to go through at work when we ship out something for UPS and everything. I mean, we have to, like the bags of screws come in. We literally have to tape the bag shut, put them in the box. Then we have to take newspaper, crumple it all up in there. That way it's not all wanting to move around. Then we have to literally put tape all the way around the box. Just that way it won't come busting out. All right. Looks like we got Uno. Oh, I got DOS. I got 3. Oh, yeah. Actually, let's see. Yep, you even got them numbered.
Yeah. I keep all of mine numbered so that if any of them have issues, I know which one it is and I can get rid of it.
Right. Oh. Now, this is what's really weird. This is something that I don't know if anybody knows it, but, Shaggy, he knows because he was asking me. But this is basically a military issue can opener. And all it does is, most time when you go in the military, you got the hole right here on the end, and that is what goes on your chain for the dog tags. But it's just got the little thing that pops up right there, and you just put it on the edge of the can and work it around to open it up, and it's called a P38. The only thing is this doesn't have 2 Allison engines on it like the other P38 does, and that's a Lightning.
That's good. That's good.
Shaggy, thank you. I appreciate it. This made my day.
Well, you're welcome.
I know you kept
I
saying you're
try
going to
to help out
get it
people.
out.
Yeah, I
I was
try
like,
to help people out when I can, especially if I have extra stuff like that you took out of the box. Very hard to come by now,
yeah,
and a lot of
yeah,
people are selling theirs secondhand, and they're charging way too much for them. So,
right.
but yeah, I got a bunch of them.
You know, I appreciate it. Like I said, I told you that I do a shout out, and you know, normally, I do a short little video and everything, but since I've got my new camera
Yeah,
and
I
what,
notice the quality looks better.
yeah, and this is it's a J5. That's the name of it. I picked it up over at Best Buy um, for just under $65, and
Nice,
it's a 1080p um, webcam, and it's also got its own built-in microphone.
nice.
So I mean, I was looking. I needed something because the camera that's on the laptop is not as good quality. I think what's on the laptop is a 720, and as you can tell, yeah, the quality of the video is a lot better now. But that's because going from that 720 up to a 1080, and it's a lot bigger camera. The lens and everything I think is a little bit bigger. Um, and then I also wound up. You saw when Ed was giving away the that $25 gift card, and it went to Justin.
I wasn't there for that, but I do recall you saying something about it on, I think, the other live stream.
Right.
Yeah, the other day.
Right. Well, you know that was about 2 weeks ago. Hey, your video froze up, but not your audio.
Yeah,
There
it
you go.
does that whenever I switch to another app, it'll pause the audio. I mean, not the audio, the video, but the
Okay.
mic will still be running. I don't know why it does that, but for some reason it does.
Okay. But yeah, that's when Ed, he was, they were doing that drawing for that $25 Home Depot gift card, and Justin, he was there, and he bounced out, and then I think a couple of days later, Power Stroke, he was doing his live stream. Well, Justin was on there, and here comes Ed, and also he mentions it, to Justin, hey, you want up winning that gift card and everything. And Justin, well, I don't need it. Let's just find someone in the live stream, in the chat and everything. And I was like, I'll find someone. Oh, let's give it to Mater. It's like, hey, cool.
Yeah.
So I just, and then I think a few days later, I was actually on the phone with Ed, talking to him, wanted to bounce something off of him, uh, whether the Cat 6 would be better cable to have over an Ethernet. I mean, they're both Ethernet cables, but is the Cat 6 better than a Ethernet cable? He goes, yeah. So Home Depot had a 100-footer that was like $24.88.
Right.
Hey, truckers. So I think it was $24.88 or something like that. But it was less than $25. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll just go over to Home Depot, get that the Cat 6 cable, because the way I was doing it to run out here in the garage, I literally had to get two 50-foot Ethernet cables and put them in a little box and everything that keeps sending it on. It's like, damn. Hey, you got your mic off, Shaggy.
Yeah, I'm headed to the store. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. I'm going to be hanging out here for a little bit myself. But,
All right.
yeah, like
I'll
I said,
see you guys when I get back.
all right. Like I said, thank you, Shaggy. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to, like I said, do that shout out to Shaggy for him sending me this stuff. He said he had it, and like, fine. I appreciate it very much. So, yep. Does anybody else want to? Let's see. Okay. Hey, Tom, that's a pretty good deal, for, 58. I think the oldest one that I've got as far as a Model 94 is, I think, was from 41. And that would be the one I spent the most money on. Hey, Crystal, I was just talking about you not that long ago. I was wondering where you were hiding that, girl. But, yeah, Tom, that 94 I picked up for about 800. And that has been the most I've spent so far on any of my 94s that I've bought. Hey, Crystal, you want to jump in on here? Or anybody else want to jump in? I'll put the, let's see if I can still put it up there. There's the link. If anybody wants to jump on here. Shaggy's already come in and he's already bugged out. But hopefully everybody got the notification. Hopefully I got it put out in time that, like I said, I put it out about an hour before I decided to go live and everything. Hey, Mike, do you know what year it was? Because that you can always tell by the serial number on them as far as the year. I've got a couple of books still in the house that's how I find out what year, going by the serial number on them. It makes it so much easier. And what'd you sell it for? You said for $450. It also depends upon how far past pre-64 also. Well, that's good, Tom. That's something I wouldn't mind getting into is getting the complete setup myself for doing 9mm and my 30-30. See, Mike, that's the one thing about those 64s. You got to look at the serial number on there. It won't say a year itself on the rifle. You always have to go by what the serial number is on it. And they have, Winchester kept dates as far as, okay, they started this year and, they started this year with this number and ended with this number. And they always, that's the easiest way to find out. Okay, what have I got here? Did someone go live on YouTube? Nope. Weather Channel. What's going on? We got some pretty bad wind today. Oh, trying to tell me it's going to be noticeably cooler tomorrow, about 63 degrees. Yeah, I could tell. Coming home, I had to put this pullover on. Temperatures dropped. Yeah, primers. I remember a while. I had a Gander Mountain near me, but when they wound up building the store, they put it. This is you know down south of me, and but when they wound up building it, they put it on the old garbage dump and everything. So now the road is kind of like this, and they were getting cracks and everything in the floor, and they had someone come out and get an estimate on getting it all fixed and everything. I think the guy told them like 100 grand just to fix it. They said nope. So they just shut the whole store down. Store is still there, but I mean, I understand you got some areas where you got that much of a difference, you know, right next to each other. Man, that would be nice. So see now those are going to be ones that say 1894 when they start making them. Because I'm not a hey Wayne, thanks for stopping in. Um, but when Winchester was making them, they actually did say originally 1894. Um, and I'd have to look at the one that I've got, but it doesn't say 3030 on it. It will say 30 WCF, and that is for it's Winchester Center Fire is where they came up with it for the 3030. Of course, I'm not a total expert on them. I've learned my stuff on all the guns that I've got. Excuse me, the broomsticks, because YouTube don't like that word. Um, yeah, 30 WCF. That's for Winchester Center Fire. You're correct, Mike. Um, is there a problem with? Can everybody else hear me? Or is Wayne having a problem with his audio? I know I checked it earlier. So Mike, Tom, Steven, I mean, can y'all hear me okay? Or is there a problem? All right. Just want to make sure because Wayne's he said he was having a problem. So um, hang on. Yeah, I still like to be able to go out and be able to shoot mine. Um, I like having them. I mean, but like I said, I'm more of a collector on them than anything else really. I grew up, watching the Rifleman, you know, and a lot of your old um, Western movies, you know, you see a guy, he pulls out a rifle out of he'll pull it out of off the saddle and everything, and it's always been a Winchester lever action. And I like them. I mean, fell in love with them, and it's like when I've found out how what it takes to buy them because I always thought, man, I never really got wanted to see about buying them, but then it's like when I started, it's like got it's kind of like it's kind of like a Pringles. chip. You just can't stop with just one. It's just like start getting that snowball effect. And pawn shop I was dealing with, man, they had them in. Maybe at one time I had 4 of them in layaway at the same time. Good, Wayne. I'm glad you got it all taken care of. If you've been here earlier, you would have seen that my little package came in the mail today from Shaggy, and I was doing a shout out and thank you to him. And it looks like we've got our next contestant on Mater's Workshop. So, Crystal, come on down.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, love?
I got 1 ball finished. 245 yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're staying busy.
I did the majority of this at work today because my first client wasn't feeling too good, and so he laid down all day. And my second client he had nothing for me to do, so I just got to basically sit there and waste 2 hours.
All right, Stephen. Yes, I do like watching Hickok 45. And Tom, yes, that is a Zippo. It's one of your $10 Zippos you can get at the checkout line at Wally World. So
I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, he was just wanting to know if it was a Zippo lighter I was using.
I use Cheapy. But since I don't smoke, it's for candles, so I don't worry about it.
No, this is a habit I picked up many years ago. I ain't put it down, and I know I've had people say you need to quit and everything's like, yes, I do know I need to quit and everything, but don't. If you want me to, if someone's in my life, if they want me to quit, don't push me. You're going to push me further away and from wanting to quit.
I quit. I picked it up and was smoking, and I handed off a half a pack of cigarettes and walked away from it. So, I can't condemn you for it because I did it, but I also can't condone it because I know how bad it is for you.
So what did you smoke?
Red Shorts, Marlboro, Camel, just whatever. I didn't go for the cheap stuff. I went for the brand, and it worked. It had more bang than I guess, I don't even know what the cheap one was 20 years ago.
I know Pall Malls are pretty cheap.
They're like $6.50 up here.
Are they?
No, yeah, they're $6.50. Marlboros, Winston's, and stuff are almost $9 a pack. Yeah, about $9 a pack.
Someone's got a barbecue that's getting out of hand.
Not me. Not me. I think I
wasn't invited.
I think that was Nate on Go Karts or Go Fishing earlier today. He did a burnout in his garage. The entire thing was filled with smoke.
She did a live stream at 1:00 today.
Yeah.
And I actually come home for lunch. I'm going because it was kind of cool this morning. We had that rain, everything come through.
Yeah.
So I took my car to work. Okay. It's like, I'm not going to get the bike out on wet streets. It's like, no. So it's like, come lunchtime, it's like, man, it's starting to warm up. It's feeling good. It's like, I still got my leftover spaghetti. I don't know if you saw that video or not.
I kind of half paid attention to it and let it run. You've got a view from it, but I didn't listen to any of it.
Right. No. when I was watching Ed, the old tech guy, one night. Actually, I did a live stream when I was making my deviled Scotch eggs and everything.
Oh, that
And he
sounds
was
interesting.
Yeah, I've got a video. It's a live stream. You might be able to go back and catch that one.
As long as you left it posted, it should be fine. If you privatized it or deleted it, no. But if you
No.
left it up there, I can go find it.
I mean, all I did, you know what a Scotch egg is, right?
Yeah, it's just I've never actually had one, but I know roughly how they're made.
Right. I mean, it's basically you take a hard-boiled egg, you wrap sausage around it, and then you roll that around in breadcrumbs and deep fry it, or you can bake it. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
go the baking because it's enough grease already in the sausage.
Right.
And-
So, and usually for me, I like kind of spicy sausage. So they didn't have any at Walmart at the time, so I got some red flake, pepper flakes,
Mhm.
kind of mix that in with the sausage and everything. But what I like doing, what I call a deviled Scotch egg, is I'll sit there and I'll split the egg in half and everything. I'll take the yolks out and I'll mix in some Dijon mustard.
You make
And
deviled
pretty
eggs,
much-
and then you put it back together and
Right.
scotch it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Steve was saying private stock.
I actually have never heard of that.
I have heard of some private stock. I mean, I don't think
Steven, where are you at? Because it may just be because of where you are at, so that was a brand that is over there instead of where I'm at. Because I'm just north of Mater.
Right. It was Marlboro private stock. It was in I think it was in a black box, but I don't even know if they're still making that nowadays. It's New York.
Okay. That may have been more popular on the East Coast than it was in Central, because, like I said, I've never heard of it, and I started working at convenience stores in '98, and I worked with them off and on up until 2000.
Right.
So
All I
that
know
just-
for me, I started off with Marlboro Menthol Light 100s and smoked, those for a long time.
Yeah.
And then the price started going up because I remember I used to be able to walk in and I could buy a pack of cigarettes for tax and everything for 65 cents, and that was at my local little convenience store.
Okay, now that's dating yourself. I was buying cigarettes for my aunt. I was buying her Pall Malls when I was 12, and they were $2.50 a pack.
When the prices, Marlboro started going up, it was, that's why, $20 on an Indian reservation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, that's a problem. See, I didn't hear of private stock until just now. So that may be because it was a Kroger brand. They might have bought the rights to sell that.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
are there Krogers in Texas?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't have one. I
Right,
didn't
we
have
got
a
'em
Kroger.
here. Yeah, we've got him here. But
Yeah,
yeah. Like I said, I believe I was thinking, Marlboro had a private stock. I mean, they've got so many different variants out there. But as I was saying, that for
You
me,
want menthol or non-menthol variant?
I
can
know
probably-
nothing about menthol.
I can probably name it.
Right. But I wanted to, I remember years ago, probably 30 years ago, they came out with Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
cigarette. And their tagline was generic cigarette, or it's a brand name cigarette at a generic price.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that.
And I could buy a carton of those for $10.
Yeah, Mike, sorry. Now they're up to almost $9 a pack in Oklahoma.
Yeah. I know for me, I don't know what it is, but I go to the Murphy's right around the corner from me, and I'll get a 3-pack of these Camel Crush menthols. And I think last time I got them, I think I paid with tax and everything was just under $20 for a 3-pack.
Yeah, I go buy my
So
dad. I buy my dad snuff. He does Longhorn Long Cut Wintergreen, and for a 5-pack roll, it's $20.
damn.
Yeah, when I
Not
was
$4.
buying, when I was buying my aunt's cigarettes, I would buy him Copenhagen, and at that time it was $2 a can, or $15 for a roll of 10. He had me a $20 bill. I kept the change.
Smart girl.
Hey, that's how I made my allowance, and at that time, the makeup and hair product money.
Yeah. But yeah, now for me, I know that the cheapest I've been able to find Marlboros or anything like that, believe it or not, is on your cruise ships. If you go on a cruise anywhere, they've actually got the gift stores and everything. They've actually got where they sell the cigarettes and the liquor and everything.
Yeah, but there's
usually you can buy like 2 cartons of Marlboros for, I think, $55.
Yeah, because a carton up here,
But there's no tax stamp on them.
yeah, and that's you have to watch out when you come back into port. If they check that, then they tax the heck out of you.
Right.
I know
I've
one of my
got
clients.
lucky to come back with mine.
Yeah, one of my clients, he smokes Camel Wide, and this is sitting on my ankle, so it's sliding every time I breathe. And he has shown me the receipts, because I'm not allowed to buy cigarettes, or I'm not allowed to buy tobacco or alcohol for my clients. And if they start smoking weed, I have to walk out, because it's federally illegal, so I can't be there when they do it.
Right.
But the place he has somebody else go.
I was gonna say, isn't it? Didn't they make it legal up there in Oklahoma now?
If you have your medical card, yes, but
Okay.
it is still federally illegal, and that's the catch. That's
Right.
you can say I was coming over to help your mom, and she was in severe pain. She smoked weed, or she did the CBD gummies or whatever to alleviate that. I could not be there when she was taking it or smoking it. Now, the gummies, I can't tell, because I'm not going to get up there and say, oh, is that a weed gummy? None of my business. For all I know, it could be the gummy bear you buy off the shelf at Walmart. But
Right.
he showed me a
Now-
receipt, and it's $84 for a carton of the Camel Wides.
Damn.
Yeah. But he gets a free lighter every time he buys a carton. So guess who got a free lighter?
You did.
Yes. And it's pretty purple, too. It matches Sandy's
Ooh.
shawl.
I like that.
I do, too.
I like purple. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, I like purple because, like I said, it's there's amethyst, which is my birthstone.
Yeah, I
can't
picked up
complain there.
my peridot ring today, so I got a light, ugly green on. If I'm going to do green, I want jewel tone. I want the emerald or sapphire or amethyst. But on the sapphire and amethyst, it has to be the dark. I've seen light blue sapphires, and I have seen pale, almost white amethyst. Yuck.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to going on another cruise. I just don't know when they're going to be doing it, because with everything that's been going on, it's like
probably in 22 or 23. Sorry, I'm clearing up my notifications.
Yeah, that's a possibility, because I know that they were supposed to have the pirate cruise this year in, I think, June, but they have postponed that one again, because it was supposed to be from last year, and then it was supposed to go this year, and they said, hold on, let's get through all this.
Whatever.
Right. Let's get through with all this crap going on right now, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah. See, I've never even been on a cruise ship, so.
Oh, they are so much fun. Up like this, I went on one. I went on that first one. That was 6 years ago, and the guy that took over, it was actually a couple of guys. They have their own travel agency, so they actually took over and started running it for the Texas Renaissance Festival, and they've been doing a lot better job. And Mike and everything, he was between Mike and Mark, they were both going, oh man, once you go on a cruise, you're going to be hooked. Sure enough, I went on one. It's like, when's the next one? This was so much fun, because there's so much.
I've never been on a cruise, and I've never been on a plane. Stephen, you have a good night, and have a good night.
I think Mike's trying to set us up. Is he trying to be a matchmaker?
Honey, after that first live that you came on when I was talking to Ed and them,
right?
They're trying. Ed and Mark, Sandy, Froggy, and Shell, they're all trying to get me to go up there to talk to Ed. Okay. And then you come on that night, and they're like, well, he's closer. Oh, let's just have her go visit both and see what happens. And I'm like, my kid's still got 2 years of school yet left. I'm not even going to think it until after that. I'm not discounting it. I'm just not going to worry about it. And
well, I'm probably a lot closer to you, as far as mileage goes.
Yeah.
I'm also a lot closer in age than Ed.
No, he said he's supposed to be 50 this year, so you're a little bit older than he is.
I don't think he's that young.
I don't know. I know a guy who's a year younger than me, and he looks like he's about 10 years older, and he was bald before he was 20.
Wow. No, sure.
Well, it's like you can see right here. You can start seeing my gray coming. But I've also had that since I was 16.
Hey,
and yes, Tom, he was. And yes,
no,
Tom,
I'm not blushing.
Oh, I flat out know I am. I ain't worried about it though.
Hey, if you want to go, hell, up like this, I'd take you on a cruise. I'd show you a good time on that ship. I mean, like my first one, like I said, I wound up going to Cozumel and Progreso, and I will say this to anybody that does, if they go on a Carnival cruise ship or any cruise ship, Cozumel is definitely a cruise port to go to. I mean, they've got it all. Progreso, keep your
Lock your wallet.
Yeah, lock your wallet up and take no cash with you, no credit cards, because it's like the poorest, to me, it was like the poorest city, and I'm going, why in the hell do they have this as a cruise port? I mean, you literally...
Hold up. Mike, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying not now. I have kids to take care of. The youngest is almost 18. He's got to get out of high school. After that,
No, Tom. I'm class of '83.
yeah, my younger brother and sister, they're a pair of twins. They were born in 84. And then the youngest he's my half brother. He was born in 98. I'm literally old enough to be his mother. Ugh.
Right. But now, like I said, for me, I like Carnival Cruise Line. I mean,
Read Mike.
do what?
Read Mike.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, no, he's 17. No.
Hey, Mike said he'll babysit.
That's why I said
But,
he's 17. Mm-mm.
Have you ever heard of Guy Fieri?
Oh yeah, I love his dinners, diners, drives, dive-ins, drives, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. On Carnival cruise ships, you got Guy's Burger Joint.
Oh, whoa! I would
And
love to try those.
And I'll put it like this: I have when we stopped off in Progresso. Okay, we got back on the ship. I was hungry. I went over to where Guy's Burger Joint was at. I sat down and I had 2 of their burgers and fries. That was my lunch. And then I still had my dinner later on.
Let's see. I went out this morning. I was at the client's house. It started at 8 o'clock, and I had a pack of Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I had I don't have one handy, 16-ounce Pepsi.
Okay.
I had one of those. I had a 16-ounce energy drink, and I had half of a 20-ounce soda, which I screwed up and bought a 0-calorie. No. Remembered why I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't like them either.
And I had a 6-pack of crackers, the Lance or Austin, whatever, the cheapies, and then a medium fry from Burger King. That's it until I got home.
For me, I had, my breakfast this morning was I had one of those Jimmy Dean Meat Lovers bowl, cup of coffee, when I'm going to work, and then lunchtime, I came home and had me another big old bowl of my my pork mole that I made last night. So I was like, okay, I don't mind having that. I like it. I know one thing I need to do. I need to do some rearranging out here, and I guess I need to do some cooking out here in the garage on a live stream with my Coleman stoves I've got. Been meaning to do that.
I gotta cook some rice for tomorrow. I keep going to make my omelet, and I haven't done it. I need to. No, you just take some cold rice, throw leftover. The rice is a starch, so you don't need to add any potatoes to it. Or you start with potatoes. Meat, if there's veggies, like, you get the bird's eye frozen veggies or whatever.
Right.
And if there's leftovers, I call it icebox omelet. Whatever was in the icebox goes in my omelet.
Right.
And
I was going to say, do you like Chipotle?
I
take notes.
I work so much that I don't go out and eat. So I literally, most of my dining out has been fast food. So
right.
Pretty much name a burger place. That's everybody's got. Do y'all guys have Brahms down there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I know a friend of mine up in Kansas doesn't have a Brahms within 100 miles of them.
I've got one here in town that I wanted to, I could literally walk over to it. We've got Jack in the Box. We got McDonald's.
My son
we
works
got
at Jack.
We got Burger King. I think that's it as far as the big name ones. Of course, I know we got Schlotzsky's now.
I've had them.
Right, they're good.
I've gone out to Chili's, Applebee's.
We've got Chili's. We don't have Applebee's. Applebee's is over in Waxahachie.
Applebee's isn't that bad, but it's not that great. I mean, it's basically just a little bit step up on Chili's and a different setup on the inside. Olive Garden.
Yeah, but I was going to say the reason I was asking you about Chipotle is because on the Lido deck on Carnival Ship, you've got a guy's burger joint on one side of the elevators, and on the other side, you got the Blue Iguana Cantina, and it's basically like a Chipotle. And and all the food that you want, I mean, you can choose all that, or you can go down the Lido buffet area and get all that food. And it's all included. You don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, you pay for your ticket and food's there.
Right.
Yeah. But
you remember what happened to Justin the other night? Where he had to go outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, Coke. I will do Pepsi if I have to, but I want Coke. And you give me Dr. Pepper and I will throw it in your face.
Yeah. Me, I do Coke. I don't like Pepsi.
And Pepsi's my backup. Go take care of your thing. Take care of it. Hi, Shaggy. Anybody want to pop something in the chat and I'll talk to you? Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Oh.
That's okay. Shaggy's back.
Shaggy is?
Yeah, he just rolled in.
So should I let him back in?
That's entirely up to you. Tom, I do energy drinks because I get up at 5:15 in the morning and I have to have it just to be able to make it to about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Not me. I don't do energy drinks. I've never really been into them. I mean, I guess I'm so hyper and everything that, I've just got that go, go, go. So if it ain't my Coke, it's my cigarettes. And I'm trying to stay.
Okay. He says he
no
can't.
No problem, Shaggy.
Yeah, drink some booze for me, honey, because I can't right now. I still got today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I don't have a day off until Sunday.
But Crystal, I'll say this: that okay, you've got like for breakfast on a cruise ship. I mean, you've got on the Lido deck, you've got their buffet area, and I mean, it basically goes from almost one side of the ship to the other, and it doesn't matter which side you start on, but you always go right in the middle, and usually right there is where they have the omelet station, and they'll actually make you your omelets right there, right in front of you. You tell them what you want, they'll put everything and make it right there for you. And then they change up for lunch.
Yeah, see, my omelets are, like I said, I'm used to grabbing them from whatever's in the icebox. So when I actually do make them, especially if I make the rice the night before, I use sesame oil. And that gives it just a little bit different taste. But it's still one of those that I took it to my client one of the days, and she about fell out of her chair. She said, "Oh my God, that is so good. How do you do that?"
Right. But I'll put like this. you've got options as far as what breakfast and lunch. Of course, like I say, you've got the Lido Deck buffet. Now I do know that on Royal Caribbean, it's the Windjammer buffet. I've never been on Royal Caribbean. That's what they were supposed to be doing next time. But yeah, I mean, it's if you don't want the Lido Deck buffet or anything like that, you can actually go to the main dining room for breakfast and lunch. I mean, they'll serve it to you right there too. I mean, you've got options galore.
You realize that if I go on one of these, I'm going to end up walking out of there almost 400 pounds.
I'd carry you.
You'd break your back.
I'd help you walk out. I got a strong shoulder you can lean on.
Oof.
Oh yeah, I know. I say that if you go on a cruise ship, you're probably going to be about almost guaranteed to be about 15, 20 pounds heavier when you leave than when you get back on.
And I'm doing good to maintain where I'm at. I've been maintaining this weight for about 10 years. I don't need to go up any higher.
Right. But, I mean, I like the fact that when you go to the main dining room on the cruise ships, if you don't like an appetizer they've got listed, you don't have to get one. I mean, if you want 2 entrees and a dessert, you can get that. I know the last night I was on my last cruise, I wound up getting, I think, shrimp scampi, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was, but it was basically a kind of like a surf and turf.
Yeah.
And then got dessert. And it's, you tell them what you want, they'll bring it to you, no problem. Or if you want, an appetizer, 2 entrees, 2 desserts, they'll bring it. You can eat as much as you want. Now, they do have specialty restaurants on cruise ships. You've got a steakhouse. You've got an Italian.
No, you want a steakhouse, you come up here to Cattleman's or Cimarron. Cimarron is good, but Cattleman's, it is to die for.
No, you come down here to, I know the name of the steakhouse we got down here. I'll put it like this. I've gone in there, and the steak I get, it's $33, and it comes with your baked potato. And usually whenever I've gone into a steakhouse, it's like, okay, give me, if you got A1 or, what kind of steak sauce you got. So I'll get that. On this place here, I use no steak sauce at all. It's that good. I mean,
that is unusual.
Huh?
I said that's unusual because most steak places that I've been, you have to put some kind of seasoning on it because it just is. It's got the good char, it's got the taste to it, but it's still bland.
These here, I guarantee you, if you come down here, I'd take you over there. You would not want any steak sauce at all. I mean, the taste is just like, oh, wow.
And see, the bad thing is I would have to be eating off your plate because I don't eat a lot of red meat. And going into a steakhouse and getting a full platter of meat would turn me off, not make me want to not eat at all.
Well, they got smaller sizes.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I've had patties this big, and it's just, no, I can't eat it. I don't know what it is. It's something about being in a steakhouse that I don't eat.
Huh. I know they had, last time I went in there, they had the tomahawk steak.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And I've looked up there at the price and everything. I'm going, what makes that so special? And it was, I think, $75. I'm going $75 for a steak. I was like, and I'm paying 33 for the one that I'm getting, and that's one of their top ones they've got usually.
Shaggy, my dad cooks steak outside. He doesn't cook it inside. And soul food, that's what I cook. Now, but if you want it grilled, got to give it to somebody else because I do not own a grill.
All right. Oh, by the way, I tell you what was real funny. I looked this up earlier before I went live, and I could not believe what I was seeing.
Uh-oh.
The other day, okay, when I did that, posted that one little short video.
The crazy lady?
The what?
Was it the one about the lady on the highway?
No. I'm talking about my small, my small snack for lunch.
Yeah, your 35-second video.
Right. It shows I had 586 views on that video. I'm going, wow. I think I'm looking at all my other ones and I'm going, like 40, 43.
You probably got about 4 or 5 views from me because when I refresh my YouTube and I'm scrolling on my phone, it's 35 seconds. I stop and it will show you, it will actually run the video without any sound or captions. So there it is.
Okay.
Oh, 35 seconds. Okay, why not?
And it's like, I could not believe when I saw that. And I just saw in here that on the Harbor Freight credit card, there was 89 views on that. Going, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I know for me, I don't have a lot of, videos out there that I'm really posting a lot. I was starting to. And of course, when I came down to COVID, which really wasn't much of anything for me, I was able to do 2 more videos.
Yeah, just a really bad case of COPD and flu right on top of each other. And you just have to watch out because after that is when a lot of people are getting pneumonia and then they're not able to get away from that and pass on.
Right.
My dad, neighbor across the hall from him, she got COVID. She was fixing to be released. Like almost a day or two, she was going to be released. And she started coughing. She had double pneumonia.
Ooh.
Right in the middle of all that, she was almost at the breaking point to getting into the recovery point from the pneumonia. She was right in the middle of it. She had a massive heart attack. My dad said that her heart literally inside her chest shattered.
Ooh.
So
I know we got a guy that he was a congressman. I don't remember for what district or whatever. And, I heard the news and everything about it. And the way the news was reporting, saying that, he died from COVID.
yeah, see, and they said that she died from COVID. She didn't. She died from a heart attack.
Right. Well, this guy here, right, he'd been battling lung cancer for well over a year.
And he caught COVID, and that with everything he had been fighting, the weakened immune system, COVID took him out. That's all there was to it.
Well, I mean, COVID might have played a part in it, but it's like, no, that's not what actually killed him. He died basically because he had all these other health issues.
Yeah. But they're going to say it was COVID because to a point, now, not everybody does it, but to a point, the numbers are inflated. Now, there are some people out there that say this entire COVID is nothing but BS and it's fake as anything. All the COVID death numbers are wrong.
Right.
That is not true. That to a point, the numbers are inflated, and that also depends on where you're at and how many cases are around. Now,
Right.
I don't know what it is up around here, and I'm not going to get into that because that's
Right.
too much politics for YouTube. Somebody else
Now,
can jump on that ship, not me.
right. I will say this. I say this, I call it the Kung Flu, and I call it BS on it because I think right now there's about 6.5 million Americans have come down with it, been tested positive, and yet we're in the middle of a big old pandemic. I'm going, okay, then explain to me why in 2009 we had the H1N1 swine flu and 60 million Americans had it. We didn't shut anything down. It wasn't saying, okay, you got to wear a mask, you got to social distance. Nothing was shut down.
Hey, I got to go. My daughter's calling.
All right.
All
Come
right,
back. I'll be
bye.
maybe later. Bye.
Maybe. Bye.
But, those are still out there. It's like, I call it BS on that because, and simple fact is, it's a the common cold, and this is by the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. They say a coronavirus is your common cold and the flu. So basically what we've got going on is a bad case of the flu that's going on, and everybody's in an uproar over it all. Hey, Tom, easy way to have a gas grill, eat more beans. You'll have a gas grill. Definitely have a big old gas explosion. Everything will be cooked then. Yeah, I can do that, Shaggy. Hey, Rick. There's a link. Hey, Tom, if you want to hop in, Mike, doesn't just have to be Crystal or, Shaggy. Any of you guys, if y'all want to hop on in here. I don't mind. I don't mind having anybody on there. I'm actually enjoying it. How you doing, Rick? Glad you're showing up. I said I've got the link on there if anybody wants to pop on in. I'll tell you one thing. Having the StreamYard, it's making this a lot better. So what do you guys want to talk about? I will say one thing about with the cruise ships. Man, they are so much fun. And welcome back, Shaggy.
Hey, yo. Not sure how well you can see me. Trying to get this set up.
Hey, ceiling fan. There you are. There you are. Hey, too much nose hair.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just got a super short charging cable.
Hey, if it works, it still works.
Yep.
Damn.
There we go.
Rick says he's got about a foot of snow up there in Memphis.
I'm sorry?
Rick is saying he's got about a foot of snow. Looks like up there in Memphis.
When did that happen? We're getting nothing but rain where I'm at for the next week or so.
We got rain. We had rain come in this morning, and it warmed up to, I think, about 72, 73. And I'm at work and everything. And it's like, okay, fine. I'm, just in my shirt and everything. I took my gray pullover off, and then I went to get off work at 6 o'clock, and that wind picked up, and it's like, damn. And it was like cool. Like, boy, I'm glad on the bike I still had this little pullover with me. So I popped it on. Like, okay. I had to take my cut and everything off, and then put this thing on, put the cut back on, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, it's been t-shirt weather for me last several days because we had that huge snowstorm a couple weeks ago where everything just froze over. I wasn't able to do anything or go anywhere. But then after that, it's just been warm.
Yeah. No, Tom, I haven't actually been getting out and hitting the flea markets because, we had all that. We had the snow and everything for about a week, and then trying to get back to work. And then I've got a bunch of stuff going on. As a matter of fact, this past weekend I was supposed to take the trike over and get a new exhaust system put on it. But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do that because I had a funeral to go take care of for one of the guys at the church. I know this Saturday we've got, I'd have to look it up again, but I know this Saturday we've got something else going on. And then the following Saturday, there's another benefit that's coming up, so we're going to be doing that. Hey, Mike, take it easy. So anyways, got that coming up on the 27th, and that's going to be a busy night for me. So I'm probably not going to be able to catch Brandon on his live stream on that Saturday night. And I'm probably not going to be doing my, after show for that because it's a dirt track. Not only they're going to have their normal nightly show, they're going to have the monster trucks out there. So I'm going to see about trying to go to that if I can. I do know that next month I'm hoping to take a trip out to Fredericksburg and maybe catch up with Princess Jamie because there's a monster truck show out there. Plus, I want to go see other things out in Fredericksburg. And then I know the end of April, there's a bike rally. It's going to be the first one. They're having it at the Texas Renaissance Festival campgrounds. So it's basically a biker fest meets Ren Fest. So that ought to be fun. And I'll be going. I'm gonna try to go to that. I'm already looking at getting a hotel room. I mean, I could, if I want to take my camping gear and everything, I could do that. I could set up a tent and have all that kind of stuff down there. It wouldn't cost me anything. It's just going to cost me $60 to get in. But then, of course, hotel is a lot nicer because one, they're going to have that free breakfast, especially since down here the governor's lifted the ban on mask and saying restaurants can open back up to 100%. So, it's going to be a lot nicer bed, going to have the shower, the breakfast and stuff like that. And it's, I think, about 20 minutes away. So I'm going, yeah, I'll spend the money to get me a a hotel room, but like 20 minutes away. I did it about 3 years ago when I went to the rock rally, and it was so much easier doing something like that.
Yeah.
So no, unfortunately, I've not had a chance to go and hit any more flea markets lately. I'm going to try, and I got a couple of them I want to try and hit, um, and see what I can come up with.
Yeah, I've been meaning to look around for some flea markets because there's a lot of cool stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of stuff I'm into that, frankly, I'd rather buy it used than spend the money on buying
Right.
it new. And there,
Right.
when it's still pretty good used and stuff I've been interested in fixing up and reselling and stuff like that.
So
Also,
when you
it's
talk about
always
stuff
cool.
like that, so like what are you into finding on stuff like that?
As far as fixing and selling, pretty much anything I can, because I just have this knack for taking stuff apart, diagnosing whatever issues it has, and fixing it. Even if it's something super hard to fix, like a phone, or smartphones these days are just so not user serviceable. But once upon a time, I was able to fix just a headphone jack.
That's a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one
But
thing of me. I'm kind of handy with my hands. I like figuring things out, and I know that one thing I got into was starting to mess with these Coleman lanterns, and then the stoves. Like, okay, I'm getting hooked on them. But I do know what to
yeah,
look for, and what the value on them are. Because, like I said, I saw one at a flea market, and I think they wanted $35 for it, and I'm going, nope, nope, nope. I set it back down. Says, have fun finding someone that wants to buy it because they're going to spend a lot of money getting it fixed.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, all day I've been looking at tools and parts and stuff because I've still got some stuff over in my locker that I need to finish building out. I've
right.
got parts on my truck I need to order and get put in so I can get that running. And I just ordered parts for some of my electronic devices, like my iPod. I ordered new battery and new screen for it. So
Hey, maybe,
I just
hey, Shaggy, what I need to do, I guess we need to have this guy come over and pick up your truck.
no, I love my truck too much.
I know I got to get
I haven't
started.
even driven it yet, but it seems like a nice truck. Every
Yeah.
time I get in it to get something out, it's like, I don't know, there's just something about it that seems right.
Yeah. I got to get started on trying to do diagnostic on my truck that I've got. I thought I had the problem solved and ordered new solenoids to go inside the transmission. And I went for a test drive with it and still having the same thing where it didn't want to shift out of the first gear. So I just parked it at the house. I was like, okay, well, I got my car. I got, my bike and everything. It's like, truck didn't just sit there until I get around to it, which it's been sitting there for about 3 years now. It's like, I just haven't had a need to get around to working on it. And then one day I
Yeah.
was using it to move some stuff around, and I was redoing my gate, and the gate's 8 feet tall. I was like, hey, I just use the truck and everything. I pop the tailgate down. I can stand on that. So I don't know if I busted a cooler line on it or if it's got a front seal that's going out. But all it's got a transmission leak. I mean, it's just dumping the fluid out. So it's like
Yeah.
I parked the truck and it's like, okay, I'll get to it whenever I can. And it's like I say, it's one of those things that I know I need to, but I just haven't felt like just messing with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of people are like that. I mean, I've seen this guy on Craigslist a few weeks ago before I
hey, Mark,
went back when I was shopping and I found a truck. Saw this guy. He had a nice, really nice 2008 or 2009 V8 Mustang GT. And I mean, thing's not going to be worth a whole lot, but they
right,
still have some value, especially 2008, 2009 model. Dude was
right.
only selling it for $2,000. It's like, why are you selling it that cheap? I mean, I'm not going to complain. 2000 for that car, sure, I'll take. Come find out, reading down further in description, it's got a dead transmission. Dude was going to fix it, but never got around to it. It's like, yeah, I'm going to pass on this
Yeah. I mean,
transmission.
right. I'm probably gonna. I might have to pull the transmission out on mine. I don't know. Um, but if I have to, okay, that's no big deal. I mean, I can just, you know, go through it and yeah. Hey, Mark, I appreciate you stopping by. I know, yeah, 3 o'clock does come around too early, but I do appreciate you
Have a
stopping
good
by,
night,
Mark.
Mark. Stay
Yep.
safe.
But yeah, I've got that. Um, I've got got an exhaust leak on it, which I know I got to take it over to a muffler shop, and all it is for one of those hangers. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Um, that they welded it to the exhaust pipe that goes through the, rubber holder. It just broke off. So all I got to do is, take it to a muffler shop and have them do that. But first step is get the transmission where it's working again. Um, Once I get that done, then yeah, then I'll see about getting the exhaust leak fixed. Um, Now I don't know if it's because the truck sat for so long, but now I've got the I think it's the ABS lights that's staying on. So I don't know if it's one of the sensors just messed up now because it's sitting. I don't know. I just haven't taken time to even mess with it. But I'll get out there, probably sometime maybe this summer and check it out because I could use having this truck again, but I mean I dropped the insurance on it, and I mean it's paid for. It's a '97 Dodge half-ton club cab. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think I paid about $1,000 for it at auction. But I have, another reason why I haven't messed with this is I have been actually looking at trying to find a newer one, but in a 3/4 ton. Because some of the stuff I want to haul and everything, I need a heavier duty truck.
Yeah.
So, but like I say, for me, I got my car, got that little Dodge Caliber, which is running perfect. The only major issue I've ever had with it was I had the check engine light come on and the code was saying intake manifold runner stuck open. Well, I had the inspection coming up on it last year and I finally broke down and got me in. I just found on eBay, I found a intake manifold for it. They had the little solenoid and I think it was right around $200 with shipping and everything. It's like, sure, why not? They sent it to me and I went to Harbor Freight, got me some of those magnetic sockets. Um, you know, some of these will impact sockets and everything, and
Yeah.
this is half inch because um, a couple of the bolts and everything they're way up in there. So I'm going. I'm not going to get a. I'm going to have a problem trying to get that to go in there. So I just went over and got this and everything, put the nut, bolt, whatever, put it up in there, no problem. Oh, I stood up and now I got a damn cramp in the back of my leg. I hate that.
Worst problem I ever had on a vehicle is about 2010, 2011. We had a Dodge Caravan, one of those purple colored, ugly street beast things. Anyway, we're driving along one day and the power cuts out. The car just stops.
Ouch.
So we get it home, look at it, Dad takes it, gets a new battery for it. They determined it was a bad battery. Drives it home, is working. Next day, cuts out again, just stops.
Yeah.
So he takes the car back.
Hey, Shaggy.
And
Hey, give me a minute. Hey, please give me a minute. Like I said, I got my leg cramping, and I'm gonna go in the house real quick and get me some pickle juice because, believe it, I found that's the best thing for leg cramps.
Okay.
So give me a couple minutes, and I'll let you finish telling the story about that. I hate cutting you off like that, but it's like there's no way I can keep going with the way this thing is cramping.
Oh, it's all good. Story is worth the wait. Let's see here. Discord. Get more here. I have, Tom. I have. I never needed to try it, but I heard the same thing that pickle juice, pickle juice works for relieving cramps. And believe it or not, the original Gatorade formula was based off the recipes that used pickle juice.
All right, I'm back.
Gator?
Yeah, I'm back.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, and
so
this right
anyway,
here, coconut water is also very good. There's some coconut water I picked up at Walmart. Coconut water and pickle juice. I don't know what it is.
Coconut water is good. I like it. So anyway, car cuts out. We end up changing a battery. It keeps cutting out. Come find out, we supposedly needed an alternator replaced. And this issue was going on for like 5 or 6 months.
Right.
We went through like 4 or 5 batteries, 3 alternators. Finally, I broke down one day and decided I'm going to look at the car myself. I'm going to see what's wrong with it, see if I can't pinpoint the issue. I found a couple broken hoses, couple filters. Let my dad know. He got those fixed. It didn't affect the issue, but it did make an improvement overall in the way it performed.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm looking around the next day, figured take a second look at it. I'm not seeing anything. No dead fuses, no bad wires, no bad connections. I'm looking around randomly. I decide out of nowhere, hey, let me check those cigarette lighter ports, those car charger ports
Yeah.
that used to have lighters. Anyway, so I unplugged all the accessories that were plugged in. I'm looking around, looking in there with a light, trying to see if I could find anything. I find a neodymium magnet that was part of something, had broken off and found its way into that port. I pull it out, suddenly everything is working perfectly. No more dead alternator, no more dead battery. So
Yep.
we had, for like 5 or 6 months, we had a magnet pulling power from the main circuit and killing the car.
Yep. That reminded me, of the story my dad told me when he was racing back in Houston, and they were going out, and this is on the race car. So they were literally going out there, and they're running, and then all of a sudden, power totally gone, and then it'd come back on, and everything. It was called kind of intermediate. I mean, for some reason, power would just totally go away, and they had nothing, and then it'd come back, and they kept looking and looking, and finally, my dad said they finally figured out what the problem was. The cable going from the positive side of the battery down to the starter was extra long, and when they were going into the turns and everything, it was coming over and shorting out on the exhaust manifold and killing all power in the car. But then when the car, mind you, it would do that when you got into a turn, but then it would get away and the car would start back up. So only thing they wound up doing was they just made that cable, the positive cable, shorter. That solved the whole problem.
Yeah.
But what you're talking about, that reminded me of that, because I was gonna say there had to have been something shorting out on it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
That was first thought. Well, maybe not the first thought, but after the third alternator and 4 batteries, that's when it occurred to me, hey, something's got to be shorting this out, because we didn't have any dead fuses. It wasn't tripping anything. It was just cutting power. So it was like,
yep. There had to be
shorting.
Right. There had to be something in there shorting out to kill the power somewhere.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but the car ports where you plug in your phone at, that was the first spot that popped into my head.
Yep, because that's all basically a direct coming right off the battery.
Yeah.
There's usually
sometimes
not much,
and other times
not much of a fuse in them.
Sometimes they're a direct line. Other times it's coming off the alternator.
Yep.
And ours kind of was like a 2-way. And which is why it was not only cutting out the alternator, but also killing the battery at the same time.
Yep. I can see that. I can definitely see that happening.
Stay safe.
All right, Tom. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'll be getting off here in a little bit because I still gotta get me something to eat. And I mean it's going on 9:30 my time. And
I was actually about to hop off. because it's just us, and I've got other people popping in
Right.
to talk to, and you're hungry, so
Yeah, I am hungry, but I'm not hungry. Hunger is like, oh, I gotta have something now. It's not one of those.
yeah,
But it's that temperature is dropping, and it's like, damn. Like I say we had it. I
which
mean, I
temperature?
got the notification saying it's supposed to be like 63 tomorrow. And I've been running my air conditioner the past couple of days.
Yeah,
But hey, Shaggy, main thing is, like I said, I want to do the shout out to you. Thanking you for sending these to me, and hey, I appreciate you being here tonight and getting on the live
yeah,
stream with me. You know, hey, this is what's making YouTube so much fun for me. Getting to meet a
yeah,
lot of people. I mean, like I said, for me, when I first started watching YouTube, it was all about watching music videos and a few other things, and it's like just the snowball effect, getting into one thing after another, and it's like, oh, now I'm meeting all these other people. It's like I didn't
yeah.
realize,
YouTube is kind of a weird place, but
yeah,
I like it. That's why I stick to the smaller channels, not necessarily the smaller communities, but definitely the smaller channels, as it makes it
right.
easier to connect with people.
Do you ever watch the Dinner Tools?
I have. I dropped off of his channel after everybody's got their own personal opinion,
Right.
and mine is that he just doesn't take criticism very well. And he kind of responded to some people the wrong way a few times whenever they said something political. It's like, after that, it's like, all right, I'm out.
I mean, I haven't watched any of their live streams, I think, for a couple of weeks. Because I think, maybe because I've been so busy, or they've just, I know they've had other things going on. Um, but I really haven't seen that much of them doing their Sunday night chats.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but I'll try.
anyway, it's 9:30. I'm
Yep.
gonna go.
All right. Like I said, hey, I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you sending those little items off to me.
You're welcome.
What else can I say? But thank you.
You're welcome.
All
And
right.
this is something I enjoy doing, is helping people.
Right.
Stay
I mean,
safe,
that's
Mater.
right. All right. You take it easy, Shaggy, and I think I'm probably going to bounce out of here, get inside where it's warmer, and get me something to eat.
Yeah. Have a good night.
All right. See you. All right, guys. I don't know. I guess nobody else is out on there. Didn't say it. But anyways, like I said, that's the reason I got on here. Do a shout out to Shaggy, that way thanking him for sending me this stuff. I guess Crystal's not going to be bouncing back in here. I don't see anybody else on the chat. So, yep, going on 2 hours. So, I might just do another one tomorrow. I don't know. Don't know about Friday. Don't know about Saturday. So, till next time. Hey, don't hit that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe. I need all the subscribers I can get right now, and hit that bell notification. That way, next time I've got another one, whenever I pop on. So next time, see y'all later. Good night.